I'm obsessulated with Wicked for Good, especially the phrase Wicked for Good, and how the three witches of that movie become wicked for good in their very own way. Starting off with Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, who becomes Wicked for Good incarnate. She decides that she is going to take the label of Wicked, which is fighting against the system, something that she has earned because she is not buying into the wizard's lies, and doing good for others. She is helping the most vulnerable populations in Oz, even at the expense of her reputation of being called wicked. And then you have her sister, the Wicked Witch of the East, Nessa Rose, who becomes wicked for good once she decides to give into the pressures that the other politicians around Oz are putting on her as they are all falling to the wizard's ways and signing these travel restrictions that are very much punishing the vulnerable people of Oz. And in Nessa Rose's case, it's the Munchkins. And she is selfishly abusing her own power, giving into this pressure because she does not want to become labeled as wicked by her peers. So she decides to use her power to restrict Bach from traveling, serving her own selfish need to keep him close. So even though she was trying to avoid being labeled as wicked in association with her sister amongst the other politicians, she becomes wicked for good, as in her legacy will read now that she was part of the problem, part of the people that were restricting the Munchkins. And then you have Glinda the Good Witch, who became wicked for good in the long run. In the long term history books, she became wicked for good through the eyes of Elphaba only. No one else saw her descent into wickedness because everyone else thought that what she was doing was right because it was in line with the wizard. But Elphaba knew, Fiyero knew that she was becoming wicked by giving in to all of these demands to become Glinda the Good Witch and sell this story of Elphaba. But in the long run, all of that reputation and everything that she gave up in order to become the villain to her own best friend help her be someone for good. If you couldn't tell by now, that is probably one of my favorite subtitles for a sequel ever.